Hi everyone, Don Benson, high school history teacher and member of the WEA's negotiations team. And in this video, I'm doing a follow-up to video number 10, which was on wages and cost of living. And what I'd like to do in this video is try to connect our wages and cost of living to the current school committee salary offer. So let's take a look at where our negotiations stand. In our current status, the WEA has agreed with the school committee that we should seek a 4-year deal. And the WEA stands at 13.75% over 4 years. That's an annual average of 3.5%. On a 3-year basis, that would be 10.5%. And our movement since mediation began has been 7%. The school committee is at 10% over 4 years, an annual average of 2.5%. On a 3-year basis, that would be 7.5%. And their total movement has been up 1.75% compared to the WEA's movement down of 7%. The WEA's movement, as you can see, has been 4 times greater than that of the school committees. We've also pointed out that other districts over 3 years have had a range of 7.25% to 15.5%, with most between 10 and 12%. For example, Waltham was at 9.75% over 3 years, equaling 13% over 4 years. Winchester was at 10.5% over 3 years, which is where the WEA is. And Woburn was at 13.75% over 4 years, right where the WEA is. For those at the bottom of the range, there's been some other significant enhancement, such as paid family leave. Now let's talk again about inflation and cost of living. The school committee on April 3rd made a misleading claim that Weston teacher salaries have never been explicitly tied to inflation. The reality, which was printed in the Town Financial Summit from October 28, 2019, said salary increases tend to correlate to the Boston area CPI. Let's look at that correlation. What I have here is the contract from 2010 to 2013. And in September of 2010, at the top step of the master's degree, and that's the one I'll continue to use because most teachers enter on a master's degree and work their way up from there. So a teacher with a maximum experience in September 2010 earned $84,000. I put that into the Bureau of Labor Statistics inflation calculator and put in September of 2021. That's the year that that was the last year of our current contract. $84,000 in September 2010 has the same buying power as $106,000 in 2021. Our salary in 2021 at the top of the master's level, $106,000. The correlation is obvious. Let's look to the next contract from 2013 to 2016. In September of 2013, because of adjustments in cost of living, a teacher at the top of the master's scale now earned $90,000. Put it into the labor statistics inflation calculator, you can see in September of 2021, that had the same buying power as $106,000. Our master step, $106,000. Once again, the correlation is obvious. Now let's jump to September of 2021. Again, the last year of the contract that just expired. That year, a teacher at the top master step earned $106,000. Again, remind you that they would have had to start in Weston in 2007 when George W. Bush was president to achieve that. Put that into the inflation calculator for September of 2022, when our new contract should have started. And what you'll see in September of 2022, it will require a salary of $115,000 to equal the salary in September of 2021. That's an annualized CPI of 8.2%. The school committee has proposed an increase of 3.5%. Now let's look at these numbers over time, looking into the future of what the school committee has proposed. So what you'll see is each of the proposed contract years. And on the left side, you see the CPI expectation for inflation is taken from the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey. As we just noted, a salary of $106,000 in 2021 would need a salary of $115,000 in 2022 to achieve the same purchasing power. The school committee's offer achieves a salary of $110,000, difference in purchasing power of nearly $5,000. Looking now at the inflation expectations of 4.6%, 3%, and 3%, you can see the purchasing power over time would grow to $128,000. So again, it would require a salary of $128,000 in 2025-26 to achieve the same purchasing power as $106,000 in September of 2021. Jumping over to the right side of the table, you can see the school committee's offer in 2025 would achieve $117,000, a difference in purchasing power of $10,000. In the past, we have correlated with inflation. The school committee's offer continues to diminish teachers' purchasing power. They're trying to break that correlation. Now, if you'd like to look at this yourself, what I have here on the left side is the QR code to the BLS inflation calculator. On the right side, you can see our collective bargaining agreements. Now, we at the WEA asked the following question. Why can't Weston do what other districts have done and meet the needs of the economic times while achieving a fair and honorable and a competitive contract? Not just for the economic times, but also for the work that we put in during the pandemic and continue to do. If you wonder why can't Weston, please contact the school committee. Their names and their emails are on the screen in front of you. Thank you.